in the Coastal Bend area to bring you some area volleyball back here at West Oso. We were back here Friday night for a tri-scrimmage between these West Oso Lady Bears, the Aransas Pass Panthers, and the Robstown Cotton Pickers. But today, these Lady Bears are hosting once again against the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Bobcats. Once again, I want to remind you, Real Sports Live, make sure that you keep it here for Coastal Bend live sports coverage. We're also bringing you coverage from Corpus Christi Miller today. We have volleyball over there. Joe Bowling and company just a few minutes down the street. Have Miller versus Odom. So keep it here for that. Check us out there. Volleyball today. More volleyball on Friday. We have some scrimmages in the area on Thursday and Friday for football. So make sure to keep it here on Real Sports Live. But right now we got regular season volleyball coming up. Social distancing in full effect here as the Lady Bears take the court to take on the Lady Cats of Skidmore-Tynan. And this is a regular match. Friday night we had matches. We had 3 different matches. There were all scrimmages. There were no official scores there. But today that's all changing, and we will have those for you right on our Real Sports Live scoreboard to our bottom right-hand corner. So just make sure to watch us on anywhere you do social media, Twitter, Facebook. We're on YouTube Live, the Apple Network, Apple TV, and the Roku Network. So you can catch us here. Make sure to tell your friends, everybody tune in, and here we go. First serve. Controlled by the Lady Bears. And that's going to be a point awarded to the Lady Bears as Lasia Reed, number 13, with the hit to pick up the kill. Nice serve there, controlled by the Lady Cats. Skidmore able to tip it over. Here's the setup. There was a battle there at the net, controlled by the Lady Bears. That one sent over by Jasmine Terry. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be a point awarded to West Oso. Lady Bears with an early 2-0 lead. There's the serve. Here's the setup. Light tap over by Chloe Smith, but is able to be controlled by the Lady Bears, and they pick up another point. Quick 3-0 lead here for the hosting Lady Bears, who looked pretty solid in spurts during Friday night scrimmage. And there's a battle at the net between Kylie Laughlin and West Oso's Kennedy Silman. Point going over to West Oso there on that exchange. Jasmine Mendoza with the serve. And there's the whistle, and going to be a point awarded to West Oso on the infraction. Kennedy Silman serving for West Oso. Nice serve all the way to the back, a little too much on it. Point Skidmore-Tynan. Nice hustle up by West Oso, but it's going to be a point awarded to Skidmore. So Skidmore fell behind 4-0, able to pick up the next 3 points. Cassandra Ruiz from West Oso on that hit. Hits the back line, and now we're all knotted up at 4. Here's a serve control at the back line of West Oso, but it goes into the net. And Skidmore with the 5-4 advantage. Here's a backline attack into the net. That was Kennedy Stillman. And serving is Skidmore-Tynan with a 6-4 advantage right now. Make that 7-4 after the whistle. And a quick timeout here by West Oso after coming out with a 4-0 advantage, giving up the last 7. So as they talk about it a little bit, we're going to take a quick commercial break here right after this is Real Sports Live. We're back here in West Oso, and here's a serve by Skidmore Jasmine Terry. Ball's control. Here's a setup for Chloe Smith, who hits it towards the back line. It's not going to be inside that line, and point goes over to West Oso. Serving is Elijah Reed. Controlled by Skidmore-Tynan. There's a setup, and there's a kill by Madi Gonzalez of Skidmore. Nice setup there, nice timing, and she's able to kill it down for the point. Lady Cats leading 8-5 here in set number 1. Here's Chloe Smith with the jump serve. Controlled by West Oso. Send back the other way. There's a dig by Jasmine Terry, the libero, who sends it over. Here's a set by West Oso. A little too much. That's Angelica Bella, excuse me. And Lady Cats now lead 9-5. Smith with a jump serve. There's a dig by Leandra Canas. Another point going over to the Lady Cats, who have now doubled up West Oso to 10-5 here in the early going. All the way to the back line, controlled by West Oso. And there's a light tap over by Angelica Vela. But on the whistle, that's going to be a point over to Skidmore-Tynan. Nice serve. Here's a setup. There's a block there at the net. That's number 7, Cassandra Ruiz. Sends it back, controlled by Lady Cats for a moment there, but they were unable to get it back over, and point's gonna go to West Oso. Rebecca Brown serves it, sends it over. Lady Cats unable to control it. West Oso stringing together a couple of points here. now trail Skidmore-Tynan 11-7. Brown going to serve once again. Sent back over to the West Oso back line. Here's a setup. And there was a hit by Angelica Vela, but that goes into the net. And it's going to be a point over to Skidmore-Tynan, who's making a substitution. Enrique Hernandez is going to take a seat. Here's a serve by Brianna Flores, controlled by West Oso. Light tap by Jasmine Mendoza for West Oso. As Chloe Smith, a little bit too much on that one, sends it past the back line, sailing out. Going to be a point awarded to West Oso. Leandra Canas, the libero. Back to serve. Sends it to the back line. There's a setup, and there's the kill by Nedia Gonzalez. Set up there by Chloe Smith. Here's a setup. It's going to be a point West Oso as Kennedy Silman sends it down with the hit. After a little bit of confusion there, after Silman's kill, it is West Oso's ball to serve. And Angelica Vela going to do just that. Controlled. As Chloe Smith sends it into the net. And it's going to be a point to West Oso. Vela with the serve. Control at the back line. Smith with the setup. And there's a point to West Oso as a bevy of the Lady Bears, and we're meeting the Lady Cats at the net, and we're able to play a little defense there and send it back the other way. 13-11, West Oso cutting the lead here after they've strung together a couple of points. There's a light tap by Terry. Excuse me, that was Adriana Flores. Point goes over to West Oso. It is now 13-12, a 1-point game. And now the Lady Cats of Skidmore-Tynan want to talk about it. So we're going to take a quick commercial break here, and we'll be back right after this.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
And we're back here in Corpus Christi. We're at West Oso High School for some volleyball as the Lady Bears are taking on the visiting Skidmore-Tynan Lady Bobcats, who lead 13-12, and there's a serve by West Oso. Chloe Smith with the setup, controlled by West Oso. And that was Kennedy Silman. Went up for the hit attempt, but ball went into the net, and it's going to be a point going over to the Lady Cats. Adriana Flores with the serve. There's a light tap by Canas. And there's Smith, which she jumps and she lightly taps it down for the kill. Point Skidmore-Tynan. There's some athleticism on the front line there for Skidmore. That Smith showed her reach on that last point, and West Oso unable to send this one back over. As Skidmore-Tynan has regrouped and has increased their lead back up to 4. Here's the setup. Here's Stillman with the light tap, controlled by Skidmore. Smith light taps it back. Here's the setup, and Smith just couldn't time it right as she saw the ball fly over her head. And that's going to be a point to the home team. There's Mendoza with the serve. Here's the setup. Smith gets to it this time. And it wasn't pretty, but she got it over, and the Lady Bears could not control it. Samantha Gutierrez with the serve here. And another hit attempt into the net for West Oso. You saw a couple of those back on Friday. You've seen a couple here in this first set. Ghana sends it over. There's a setup for Jade Alvarado. And there's a kill by Elijah Reed. Nice setup, good timing on that kill there. As the libero Canas is going to take a seat. Cassandra Ruiz comes in. And there's Silman with the serve. And the libero for Skidmore-Tynan, Jasmine Terry, sends it into the net. It's going to be a point over to West Oso. Here's Stillman with the serve. A nice placement there by Smith a moment ago to get that one over. Skidmore leads 19-15 here in the first set. Looks like there was a delay of game on Skidmore. They're talking it over at the scorer's table. As the officials try to iron out what it looks to be a substitution issue. But looks like we're all set to go as we're going to resume play. Here's Terry with the serve. Send it to the West Oso back line. Here's a setup, sent over by Reed. After the infraction, it's going to be a point over to Skidmore. And there's a timeout there by West Oso, as Skidmore has jumped back out ahead by 5 points. So let's take a quick break as the Lady Bears talk about it a little bit. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here. We'll be back.
Internet is more than just uploads and downloads. It's about connecting people. VTX1 Companies is here for you, bringing communities closer together. VTX1 has connected customers for almost 70 years. Our internet service spans across South Texas to some of the most remote areas. Faster wireless service is now available in Palmview, Alton, West Laco, and Pharr. Call 1-800-446-2031 or visit vtx1.net to find out more.
We're back here in West Oso with Skidmore-Tynan, the visitors, up 20-15. And here's the serve. Here's the setup. There's a light tap by Cassandra Ruiz, controlled by Skidmore-Tynan, sent back the other way by Terry. Here's a setup for Rebecca Brown, and Brown sends it down into the net. And that's going to be a point for Skidmore-Tynan. Each side has had their spurts here in the early going, but mostly in control by the Lady Cats, who fell behind 4-0 early on, but have since rallied and now lead by 6 points, on the verge of taking the first set. Here's Terry with the serve. There's a backline attack there for West Oso. Smith sends it over. Brown puts it up in the air. And Silman can't get it over the net. Another point there. Awarded to Skidmore, who leads 22-15. Brown sends it over for West Oso. Lady can't get it over the net, but either way, Cassandra Ruiz looked like she was in position for at least a block attempt. And here's the serve by West Oso. And a little bit of miscommunication there by Skidmore, as West Oso picks up another point. So that's 2 in a row here, as the Lady Bears try to rally in the latter part of the set. Here's a setup. Smith with a backline attack off the hands of Brown, and there's another point awarded to the visitors. Chloe Smith, with her length and long reach, having a pretty solid game here today. And here she is with the jump serve. And that one's going to go out of bounds. As West Oso awarded another point. 23-18 here. As Brown serves, sends it over, puts it right in the sweet spot. That's an ace. And a point for West Oso. Nice serve there by Brown. Had a nice kill earlier. Another serve, sends this one deep. Smith sends it up, sets it up for Mari Gonzalez, who sends it over. And it's going to be a tip ball, and it's going to be another point for Skidmore-Tynan, who leads 24-19. Here's a serve by Brianna Flores. There's a setup. Gonzalez sends it over. There's a light tap by West Oso. Brown keeps it alive. Sent back over by Canas. Smith sets it up for Nedia Gonzalez, but she can't keep it in. As West Oso picks up a point to keep this first set going. Here's Canas with the serve. It goes off the hands of Gonzalez, who sends it out of bounds. And Skidmore wants to talk about it a little bit, as they are trying to close out this set, but a couple of straight points by West Oso has prevented them from doing as such. Let's take a quick break here, and then we'll come back for the conclusion of this first set. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
And we're back here. Skidmore-Tynan leading. And they were leading 24-21 coming back, and there was a contest at the net by West Oso, but it's one battle they didn't win there, and they dropped the first set 25-21. Skidmore-Tynan takes set one here from West Oso. So as they spray down the floor, we're going to prepare for the next game. Skidmore-Tynan leads 25-21 here. We're about 2.5 minutes away from set number 2. As you can see, the lengths that schools are going to keep the players safe as they prepare to spray down the floor prior to each and every game. So while they do that, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with set number 2 live from West Oso as the Lady Bears host the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have?
And we're back here at West Oso. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live. And we are about to begin set 2. I'm Mark Molina. This is my cameraman, Jerry Trevino, bringing you the camera operations for today. So Skidmore winning the first set 25-21 after starting down 4-0. Here's a serve by West Oso. And that was Kylie Laughlin who sends that ball into the net. It's going to be a point to West Oso. And there's a trailing Nedia Gonzalez. Tried to get to the ball, just couldn't there, as West Oso goes up 2-0. There's a serve, just gets over the net. Nice serve there by Angelica Vela. And once again, West Oso jumps out to a 3-0 lead. There's a setup and the kill as West Oso gets on the board here in the early part of this second set. Adriana Flores with the serve. Sends it deep, deep. And that's going to be out. And that's going to be a point for West Oso. Jasmine Mendoza with the serve. And Skidmore-Tynan cannot return it. And that's going to be another point for West Oso, who has jumped out to a 5-1 lead here in the early going. Mendoza back to serve once again. Sends it to the back line. Here's the setup. And Smith met by the West Oso Lady Bears at the net. That was Rebecca Brown and Kennedy Silman, number 6 and number 9 respectively, for West Oso. And here's a setup, and Silman kills it down. Had a couple of those go into the net during the first set, but gets all of that one as West Oso takes a 7-1 lead here in the early going of set number 2. Jasmine Mendoza sends it over. Here's a setup. Smith tries to kill it down, and there's Silman and Brown again. But West Oso unable to capitalize there, and Skidmore gonna pick up a point. It's 7-2 here. As Samantha Gutierrez serves. Here's a setup. As Angelica Vela sends that one into the net. As Skidmore strings together a couple of points here. Gutierrez with another serve. This one into the net. Point over to West Oso. There's Silman. She serves, and that one goes to the net. A couple of service errors on each side here on consecutive tries. The Silman's going to sit down as Kira Johnson's going to get ready to check in. And here's Terry with the serve. There's a setup for Brown, who gets it over. And Adriana Flores tried to get to it, just couldn't there, and it's going to be a point over to West Oso. Reed with the serve. There's a setup. Brown sends it over to the back line, and Skidmore can't control it. Another point by West Oso, who's come out pretty strong here in the second set. Reed sends it over for the ace. Nice serve there by Reed. So West Oso, after leading the first set 4-0, end up dropping it 25-21, but have come out roaring here in this second set as Reed there can't get a handle on that serve, sends it into one of her teammates. And there's going to be a point going over to Skidmore as Chloe Smith is going to serve. There's the jump serve, sends it into the net. Smith had a solid first set. Seemed like she was all over the floor. Sends that one into the net. Rebecca Brown with the serve there. There's the kill from Skidmore. There's a substitution. Number 2, Hernandez sits down. Nadia Gonzalez comes in. Here's Brianna Flores with the serve, controlled by West Oso. Sent over by Canas. Smith with the setup. And there's the light tap by a trailing Gonzalez. And Skidmore is going to get the point there. Flores sends it deep, controlled by West Oso. Brown comes up from the back line to try to send it over. She's unable to get enough on it. Sends it into the net. As Skidmore now trails 12-8. Flores serves it once again. Here's the setup. There's the hit from Adriana Flores. There's a setup for Canas, who sends it over. And there's a setup for Vela, who sends it deep past the back line, and that's going to be another point for Skidmore, who all of a sudden finds himself down just 3. Brianna Flores with the serve. Here's the setup, and there's the kill from Madi Gonzalez from Skidmore. Skidmore on a bit of a hot streak. Stringing together a couple of points here, and it's a 12-10 game here about midway through set number 2. As Brianna Flores with the serve, controlled by West Oso. There's a point there by the Lady Bears, as their front line looked pretty solid on that one, getting the better of that exchange. Libero Leandra Ganas with the serve. Smith sets it up, but for Gonzalez, who gets it thrown back in her face by the West Oso front line. And there's Soman with the hit attempt. Here's a setup, and the West Oso front line there again. Here's a setup. Here's Silman. That was a nice attempt there by Terry to get it over, but Skidmore couldn't control it. Nice attack there by Silman, who's had a much better set number 2. Smith sends it over, as is Brown. And that's Madi Gonzalez there with the kill. As we got a little bit of back and forth going on here. As Kylie Laughlin sits down and Jada Alvarado checks in. Madi Gonzalez with the serve, sends that one near the bottom of the net. Point goes over to West Oso, leading 15-11. Jada Fimbers on the serve. Sends it to the back line. That's going to be out. Point over the Skidmore-Tynan. We're going to have a substitution as Fimbers will sit down. And Helica Vela coming in. 15-12 Skidmore serving. It's Adriana Flores with the little jump serve. Kind of puts it over. Here's Chloe Smith with the light tap, controlled by Rebecca Brown. And there's Elijah Reed with the light tap of her own, send it over to give West Oso a point. The West Oso front line more aggressive during this set, playing very well. Here's a setup for Smith. Jump, light taps it over. Brown with the setup for Mendoza, who sends it past and out the back of the back line. And point Skidmore. Here's Eric Hernandez with the serve. Here's Brown with the attack. Controlled by Skidmore. Here's a setup. There was Silman on the kill. There's Smith. After the infraction, Skidmore is going to pick up the point there. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. This West Oso wants to talk about it as Skidmore cuts into the lead. It's 16-14 West Oso over the visiting Lady Cats. And we're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
Bender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
And we're back here at West Oso with the hosting Lady Bears leading the visiting Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats 16-14 in set number 2. The Lady Cats winning set 1 25-21. And there's a service error after the whistle. West Oso going to take the point there as they now lead 17-14 as the Lady Bears try to hold on and take this set after having a pretty sizable lead by 3, but they have led the entire way here in set number 2. Nice job of the West Oso Lady Bears to control that one. Here's a setup. A nice attack there by Elijah Reed, who sends it all the way to the back line and off the hands of the libero for Skidmore-Tynan, Jasmine Terry. As West Oso leads 18-14. Serving is Kennedy Silman. As Brianna Flores sends it over to the net, and after the whistle, Skidmore-Tynan earns the point, 18-15. As the Lady Cats try to slowly claw back into this one. And a little bit of miscommunication there as Cassandra Ruiz goes to the floor but cannot control it as the ball goes off her hands and out of bounds, and the point and the ball over to Skidmore-Tynan. Terry with the serve. Here's a setup for Reed. Reed sends it to the back line. Controlled by Skidmore. Here's a setup. Controlled by West Oso. Brown with the attack, but met at the net. That's Chloe Smith and Madi Gonzalez on the front line there for Skidmore-Tynan, who now trail by just one. Here's Kira Johnson, sends it over. And here's Smith with the attack. Point gonna go over to West Oso. Reed sends this one over. And Brianna Flores sends it into the net. And Skidmore drops the next 2 points, and they now trail 20-17. They're going to take a timeout. And so are we. We're going to have the conclusion of the second set right after these messages. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
Come back. We're back here from West Oso. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live, and we're at the back end of set number 2. West Oso leading Skidmore-Tynan 20-17 as they trail 1-0. Skidmore-Tynan took the first set 25-21 and have trailed this entire second set. West Oso trying to finish it. And there's a point as Angelica Vela sends that one over, and Skidmore-Tynan unable to control it. 21-17 West Oso as they try to even up this game. And there's the kill by Madi Gonzalez. Nice setup, nice timing there. She sends it towards the back line for the kill. 21-18 now. It's Chloe Smith with the serve. Sends it over to the sweet spot for the ace. Chloe Smith. Sends it right into that gap between the front and the back line there. Smith gonna give it another go. 2 good serves by Smith as West Oso cannot return that one. As their back line just put on their ankles there. And Smith sends that one into the net. West Oso now leads 22-20. Brown with the serve. Smith with the setup. And there's a kill by Cassandra Ruiz. As West Oso inches closer to putting the set number 2 away and evening up this match at 1 set apiece. Smith with the setup. Adriana Flores sends it over. Controlled by West Oso. Brown into the net, and there's the block by Madi Gonzalez. Skidmore now going away, 23-21. And they're serving. This is going to be Brianna Flores Sends it towards the back line. And Angelica Vela tried a soft tap with the runner, but sends that one into the net. And once again, West Oso wants to talk about it as they're having trouble putting this one away. It's 23-22 here in set number 2. Let's take a quick break. This is Real Sports Live.
Headed back to school, and this year, more than ever, they'll need internet they can rely on from VTX1 companies. Internet that makes the grade is vital to connect students at home with teachers and professors alike. Our friendly staff is standing by to give you any help you may need. For a limited time only, get free installation from a company headquartered in the Rio Grande Valley. Call VTX1 at 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
We're back here in West Oso. Set number 2, Skidmore-Tynan leading the match 1-0 after taking set 1 25-21 and have trailed all of this set. But they are scrapping and clawing, trying to stay in it. Mari Gonzalez with the kill. And Gonzalez having herself quite the set here over the last couple of minutes. Brianna Flores with the serve to the West Oso back line, and that goes into the net. And here's Skidmore taking their first lead of the set, 24-23. Visiting Skidmore, trying to steal set 2 here after trailing the entire way. There's Flores, sends it over. West Oso keeps it alive, and there's a whistle and infraction, and we're all tied up here at 24 all. Now serving Leandra Canas. And that one is going to be an ace just inside the line. So now West Oso a point away from putting this one away. And there's a block, and that's going to be how this ends, as West Oso's front line rises up literally in the closing moments of that set there and puts Skidmore-Tynan away to even up this match at 1 set apiece. West Oso wins 26-24, set 2. And as they prepare the floor for set number 3, we are going to take a break, and we'll be back here in a couple of minutes with the third set. 1 set apiece here between West Oso and Skidmore-Tynan. We'll be back right after this.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? First pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at West Oso High School for set number 3 between the hosting Lady Bears and the visiting Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats. Lady Cats took the first game 25-21. Nearly took the second game, but West Oso able to finish that one out strong, 26-24. And Skidmore starts off set number 3 with a point. First time today, Skidmore has taken the first point of a set as they've trailed early on in each of the first 2 sets. Here's a setup, and here Smith kills it down, but West Oso front line there to block it back. That was Silman and Jasmine Mendoza. 1-1 here. There's Smith once again, sends it towards the back line. Mendoza sets up Silman, soft taps it. After the infraction and the whistle, that's going to be a point towards Skidmore. 2-1 here. And set number 3, as each team split the first 2 sets. Here's a setup. Brown 2-hands it over. Here's a setup for Skidmore, and West Oso is going to take that point. There's a kill there by Skidmore, leading by a score of 3-2. And that's Brianna Flores sending it to the West Oso back line, which can't get a handle on it, and it's 3-all here. Serving is the libero Jasmine Terry for Skidmore-Tynan. And that's Cassandra Reese with the attack, as the libero Terry sends it into the net, and West Oso is going to take another point, leads 4-3 here. On the serve is going to be Elijah Reed. Reed just gets it over the net, gets the kind little bounce, and she's going to pick up the ace and put her team up 5-3. Reed sends that serve into the net. Skidmore with the point and the ball, and as they will serve. Here's Chloe Smith. Late in the set number 2, had a couple of back-to-back serves, one ace and one that was not returned. She sends that one into the net. As West Oso takes a 6-4 lead here in the early going of set number 3. Brown sends that one into the net. Back-to-back serves, one by each team, into the net. Substitution by Skidmore as Samantha Gutierrez sits down and Nadia Gonzalez checks in. Here's a setup. Silman just gets to it, sends it over. Excuse me, that was not Silman, that was Cassandra Ruiz, but nonetheless, West Oso unable to control that exchange at the net. 6-all here in the early going of set 3. And that's Jasmine Mendoza, who tries just to soft tap it over, but can't get enough on it. Comes up short. Skidmore takes the point and a 7-6 lead. A two-handed return by Mendoza, who sets it up. And that went into the net for West Oso, as Skidmore increases their lead 8-6. Vela sits down. Lori Silguero checks in. Excuse me. A backline attack by Leandra Canas, who can't get it over the net. That's going to be a 9-6 lead here for Skidmore. Here's the setup. Brown coming from the back line, sends it over and out. Point Skidmore, which has taken a 10-6 lead here. As Brown's going to sit down for West Oso, and Fimbers is going to come in on the substitution. There's Brianna Flores on the serve, controlled by West Oso. Ruiz on the attack. And there's the kill by Mari Gonzalez. She had a good set in set number 2, down the stretch, able to put her team into position to take a lead late in that set. Here's the setup. Silguero sends it into the net. And Skidmore has doubled up West Oso here in set number 3. 12-6. As Kira Johnson has a seat, Kennedy Silman checks back in for the Lady Bears. Skidmore sends it over, controls it. Here's Silman with the runner and the attack, controlled by Skidmore. And Silman, freshly checked in, gets herself a block there for the point, kills it back. Brown, after a quick rest, is going to check back in. Mari Gonzalez with the serve here for Skidmore. Here's the setup. Kana sends it back over. Smith with the setup. And there's Kylie Laughlin for the kill. And the point for Skidmore. 13-7. Lady Cats lead here in the third set. A complete 180 from the last set, as Skidmore has led this entire set after trailing the second. That's Laughlin into the net there. But she would have had Silman to contend with had she gotten it over. (13-8). And here's Angelica Vela. Sends that serve into the net. Point for Skidmore, and they will serve. That's Adriana Flores back for the Lady Cats. There's a serve. Controlled on the back line. A soft tap there by Jasmine Mendoza. Puts it right in the gap between the front and the back lines. Nice little setup. Good for the point. Here's Mendoza with a nice serve. Skidmore can't control it. Point to the home team. West Oso picking up the last couple of points. Here's Mendoza once again with the serve. Sends it to the back line. Here's the setup. Here's Smith with the attack into the net. Timing was a little off on that attack. (14-11), Skidmore. Here's Mendoza, sends it to the back line. Smith with the dig. Terry sends it to the back line. Here's a setup. Silman able to send it over, but it's controlled by Skidmore. Have a nice little back and forth. Here's a setup. Here's the running Silman for the kill. Point West Oso. Trailed 12-6 at one point in this set. On a little 6-4 spurt. Here's Smith, and she puts it into the gap between the front and back line, and she gets credit with the kill. Kind of stops West Oso's momentum in its track there, at least for the moment. Edik Hernandez with the nice serve and the point. 16-12, Skidmore take back-to-back points. Hernandez once again with the serve, sends it like a missile to the back line. It's controlled by Oso in return. Here's the setup. Here's Smith. A little bit too hard, goes out the back of the line. Here's Silman with the serve. Here's a setup. Here's Smith right in the middle. She was in good position. The point's going to be awarded to West Oso after the infraction on Skidmore. 16-14. West Oso trailed by as many as 6 in this set. Now trailed by 3 again after Silman sends that serve into the net. Silman comes out. Kira Johnson rotates in for West Oso. Terry with the nice serve off the fingertips of Cassandra Ruiz. Point to Skidmore. Skidmore playing well after the second half of the second set, and on to here have played pretty solid and consistent as their front line there comes up with another point. That's Smith and Gonzalez, who have had a really, really good day here so far. Terry sends it to the back line, and they're going to say it went out past the back line. It's going to be a point to West Oso. Elijah Reed with the serve. Nice awareness by Brown. She was in good position just to light tap it back over. And put that Skidmore defense on their heels. And Smith tried to come in running for the light tap, but she does not make it in time, and she just barely gets her fingertips on it, but can't get it over the net. And West Oso down 19-7, but there's Reed with the nice serve for the point. 19-18. Reed once again. There's Brown, two hands it back. Smith sends it over. Here's a setup by Mendoza. And Ruiz sends it over. But Skidmore-Tynan able to control it. And there's an attack by Angelica Vela. Controlled and sent back over by Skidmore. Brown keeps it in play. Sent back over by Ruiz. Here's a setup. Smith meets Brown. Goes off her fingertips though. And a nice exchange there by both teams. Smith met Brown there at the net. But Smith got the better of that exchange there. Here's Smith with the jump serve. Brown controls it. Here's a setup for Vela, who sends that attack into the net. And it's 21-18 and timeout West Oso as they're trying to stay in this set so they don't fall back 2-1. But Skidmore-Tynan leading 21-18. As the teams talk about it, we're going to take a quick break.
Internet is more than just uploads and downloads. It's about connecting people. VTX1 Companies is here for you, bringing communities closer together. VTX1 has connected customers for almost 70 years. Our internet service spans across South Texas to some of the most remote areas. Faster wireless service is now available in Palmview, Alton, West Laco, and Pharr. Call 1-800-446-2031 or visit vtx1.net to find out more.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Here, late in the third set of this game, Skidmore leads 21-18 as they try to put away West Oso. They're not going to do it like that as Mari Gonzalez sends that ball into the court. West Oso picks up a point, 21-19. Brown with the serve, sent back over by Skidmore. Here's Mendoza with the setup. Luis sends it over, and Gonzalez with the kill. Sends it over a couple of Lady Bears who were in the air. (22-19) Skidmore. Brianna Flores with the serve. Jasmine Mendoza tried to send it over with two hands. Comes up a little short, kind of mistimed the jump there. It's 23-19 Skidmore as they try to put away West Oso. Here's the serve to the back line. Here's a setup, and that's Vela. Sends it towards the Skidmore back line. It's controlled. And there's Terry who sends it over, and off the hands of Rebecca Brown. And Skidmore comes up with the point there, a point away from closing out this set and taking a 2-1 lead here in the match. Mendoza sends it over. Smith saying that Mari Gonzalez Good job by the front line of West Oso to keep that one alive. Smith once again sets up Gonzalez, sends it to the back line. Here's a setup. There's Vela. There's an attack there by West Oso. Smith taps it over. Nice exchange here by both these teams. There's Terry, the libero, sends it over. Here's a setup by Mendoza to Brown, who just can't get enough on it. Point to Skidmore, and that's going to be how the third set ends, as the Lady Cats take a 2-1 lead. Lady Cats led that one from the get-go, led by as many as 6 points. Lady Bears fought their way back, but Skidmore able to close it out and finish. And they lead 2-1. One set away from finishing this one. But we'll be back with set number 4 right after this. 25-19 Skidmore, the winners of set number 3. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back right after this.
Maryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from West Oso High School. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live. I'm bringing you live volleyball action from the Coastal Bend. West Oso Lady Bears hosting the Skidmore-Tynan Lady Cats. Lady Cats leading the match so far, 2-1. Have come out, took the last set, 25-19. West Oso trying to even up the match here. And that's a good start up front by West Oso, as Kennedy Stillman comes up with the block there. And she's looked pretty solid today for West Oso. There's a serve. There's Kylie Laughlin, sends it to the back line. Or Angelica Vela cannot control it for West Oso. 1-1 here in the early going. Adriana Flores with the serve. Stillman just gets it over. And for the kill, point West Oso. Here's a serve. Here's a setup. Smith puts a little bit too much on it, but it's going to go off the hands of Vela past the back line. 2-2 here. Samantha Gutierrez back to serve for Lady Cats. And Silman has had a hand in all 3 points here for West Oso. Solid serve there by Silman. It's put up in the air. Chloe Smith able to tap it over, but it's going to be point West Oso. 4-2 Lady Bears here in the early going. Silman with the serve. Sent back over by Skidmore. Here's the setup. Smith sends it to the back line, controlled by Silman. Silman sends it from the back line attack, but right into the net. Point over to Skidmore. Jasmine Terry with the serve. Silman pops it up on the back line. Here's a setup. Smith with a light tap. And it goes off the hands of a diving Mendoza. We're tied 4-4 here in the early going. West Oso trying to tie up the match. While Skidmore trying to seal up the win and walk out of here with a 3-1 victory, but they're going to have to get by West Oso in this set as the Lady Bears lead 5-4. Alicia Reed back to serve. Here's a setup. Smith sends it to the back line and it's off the hands of Silman. It's 5-all here. Chloe Smith with the jump serve. Nice serve. A little miscommunications as Mendoza taps it up and there's nobody there. Skidmore takes a 6-5 lead. Smith with the jump serve. And she sends it off the hands of Jasmine Mendoza. And that's Brown on the serve. Skidmore here controlling it. Sent back over. Here's Mendoza. There's Brown for the back line. And up and down. West Oso takes a 9-6 lead here. Brown with the serve. Terry's there. Puts it up. Here's Mari Gonzalez with the nice setup and the kill. Brianna Flores serves it. Stillman with the backline attack. Here's Smith, sets it up for Terry. And that's going to be a point for West Oso. Here's a serve by Canas. Smith sets it up for Gonzalez. And Gonzalez wins that exchange with Stillman. Point Skidmore. It's 8-10. There's a little bit of chatter at the table with the score discrepancy, so while they figure that out, we're going to take a break. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
You in part by the concession stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the concession stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Real Sports Live is the concession stand.
Back here from West Oso. We got all that ironed out. It's 11-8 West Oso. Here's a setup. Here's Stillman. Send it to the back line. And there's a good save by Terry, but it goes right into the net. Point West Oso. And there's a serve by Vela. That goes into the net. Here's Adriana Flores with the serve. Mendoza with the setup. Stillman has her attack blocked. And it's 12-10 Skidmore with the point. West Oso leading 12-10. Excuse me. Adriana Flores sends it to the back line. Here's Reed, tries to save it, and there's Mendoza able to send it back over. Smith can't get over the net, but they would have had a couple of West Oso defenders there had she did. West Oso leads 13-10. Here's a setup. Here's Smith. Sends it to the back line. And just some miscommunication there by West Oso. As the Lady Cats within striking distance. That's where they're trying to stay. Enrique Hernandez sends it over to the back line. And West Oso cannot control it. It goes off the hands of Canas. And West Oso going to take a timeout, leading 13-12. But Skidmore-Tynan on their heels as the Lady Cats try to get back in this game and secure the winning set. West Oso trying to tie. Let's take a quick break right after this.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Internet is more than just uploads and downloads. It's about connecting people. VTX1 Companies is here for you, bringing communities closer together. VTX1 has connected customers for almost 70 years. Our internet service spans across South Texas to some of the most remote areas. Faster wireless service is now available in Palmview, Alton, West Laco, and Pharr. Call 1-800-446-2031 or visit vtx1.net to find out more.
We're back here in West Oso, and it's 13-all after that point by Skidmore. Here's a serve by Hernandez. Here's the setup. Silman sends it over, picks up the point. West Oso back in front, 14-13. As the Lady Bears trying to secure this set to force a fifth and deciding set. Skidmore trying to wrap it up in 4 games. Silman with the serve. Here's a setup. Smith sends it towards the back line. Silman's there. Backline attack by Silman, and she puts it just in, but they're going to call it out. 14-all. Jasmine Terry for Skidmore on the serve. Nice serve, just gets it over. It goes off the arms of number 7, Cassandra Ruiz. Terry once again with the serve. Mendoza sends it over. Terry with and Mari Gonzalez went up and got blocked by Cassandra Ruiz. 15-all here in a very, very competitive set. Elijah Reed gonna serve for the Lady Bears. Reed sends it towards the back line, and Terry gets her hands on it, but it falls right in front of her as nobody's there. Point Lady Bears, 16-15. Reed once again. That one's going to be out. 16-all here. Reed's going to sit down as Leandra Canas comes in. Serving for Skidmore, Chloe Smith. Here's a jump serve by Smith, sends it to the back line. Gana sends it over, controlled. Smith sets up Mari Gonzalez with the soft tap, and she puts it over and puts Skidmore back in the lead, 17-16. Chloe Smith back to serve once again. Just gets it over the net. Silman was there in position for the dig, but just couldn't get all of it. It goes off her hands. Point Skidmore as they take an 18-16 lead. Smith with the jump serve sends that one into the net. Smith has served pretty well today. Had a couple of instances where she's gotten back-to-back points. Only to see the third one go into the net. West Oso couldn't control that one as that ball goes out of bounds. Skidmore back to serve. Brianna Flores will do the honors as she sends it over. Smith sets it up. Madi Gonzalez sends it to the back line. Silman's there. Fimbers puts it over, and there's the point for West Oso. Ruiz sits down. Reed makes her way back in. Escanas, the libero, back to serve. She sends it over. Madi Gonzalez in good position there. Sends it over for the kill. West Oso unable to control it. 20-18. As Skidmore trying to put the finishing touches on. Reed sends it over with two hands. Here's a setup. And there's a kill from the Stillman. Lady Bears hot on the trails of the Lady Cats. Stillman's had herself quite a night. Fimber sends it over a little too hard. 21-19. Skidmore. Adriana Flores back with the serve. Sends it to the back line. There's a setup. Reed sends it back over. Nice save by Terry. Puts it up. Smith with the attack and into the net. (21-20). West Oso looking to tie it up. Lady Cats trying to hold on. Here's a setup. Here's Smith. Puts it down over two defenders. Smith has also had herself a game, and there's going to be a timeout on the floor by West Oso. Skidmore-Tynan closing in on set 4 and possibly the match. It's 22-20 Lady Cats here over the hosting Lady Bears. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And we're back. Skidmore leading 22-20. Samantha Gutierrez controls that one. Silman runs to the net, able to get her hands on it, taps it over. Point West Oso. (22-21). Silman with the serve. There's Terry with the dig, sends it over and out. 22 all. Silman sends it over, can't get it over the net. Skidmore takes a 23-22 lead. We've seen the ball go into the net a few times on the West Oso side. Terry sends it over. Silman just gets it over. Here's a setup. Smith gets it over and into the net. (23 all). Reed sends it over and out the back. 24-23. Skidmore a point away in the fourth set. 24-23. Chloe Smith, she served well today. Here's the jump serve. And there's the block by Gonzalez, but West Oso able to control it. Here's a setup. Sent back over by Flores. Sent over by Reese. Here's a setup. Smith sets it up for Gonzalez, who light taps it over. Mendoza puts it up. There's a set. Nice save by Gutierrez. That's Terry, sends it back over. There's Silman. Silman with the backline attack. Smith saying up Mari Gonzalez, and they're going to say it was a tip, and that's the 25th and deciding point. And that's the game. Gonzalez put a little bit too much on it, but it went off the fingertips of one of the Lady Bears. Skidmore is going to take set 4, 25-23. And that's going to be the game here from West Oso. The Lady Cats come in here and had a couple of bad starts to the beginning sets, but played very well as both teams split the first two sets. Lady Cats opened the first set down 4-0, but rallied back to win that one. 25-21. Then the next set, West Oso won 26-24. Then Skidmore-Tynan took the next two, 25-19 and 25-23. A couple of good back-to-back sets, but that's going to do it here from West Oso. Keep it here at Real Sports Live. Go follow us on all our social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're on YouTube Live, the Apple TV, and the Roku Network. So make sure to look for us everywhere you guys do social media. We have Corpus Christi Miller and Odom also playing across town, so be sure to go and check out that game in our archives. This one, of course, be in our archives. We have a couple of football scrimmages later on this week, so keep it here as we announce those. We'll be in Three Rivers, back here at West Oso, and at Buck Stadium later on this week. So keep it here at Real Sports Live for more live sports here as we continue to extend to the Coastal Bend. I'm Mark Molina. This has been camera work by Jerry Trevino, and we're Real Sports Live. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.